Hi friends, welcome on YourPedia, the platform where you are getting the dedicated modules for various job opportunities by Andhra Pradesh Public Service Commission. This video is related to Industry Promotion Officer post. 95 vacancies are there and all branches are eligible to write for this exam. Syllabus is quite vast but easy to grasp, easy to do, and YourPedia has provided you module for that. Before I go forward with this lecture, let me tell you, in case you want content related to this particular exam, Industry Promotion Officer exam, you can join the dedicated WhatsApp group, the link of which is attached with this video, and where mentors will share the content and strategies with you. So this Industry Promotion Officer by Andhra Pradesh, 15th August notification is gonna come. 95 vacancies are there, all branches are eligible for that. So these are the other jobs for which YourPedia has started the module. So you can join any of the modules if you want, or combination of the modules, that is up to you. Now this notification, this is the examination pattern which we discussed. So there are two papers, general studies paper and your applied science, engineering and management. So there is a topic of applied science, physics, chemistry, mathematics, engineering, management, like industry engineering, industrial management, those topics are covered there. And the syllabus also, general studies and mental ability syllabus, there are 12-13 topics into that, national international importance topics, and then data analysis, logical reasoning, those topics are provided here, followed by paper 2. Paper 2 is mathematics, physics, chemistry, management. So this is mathematics is arithmetic, algebra, trigonometry, then geometry, mensuration, statistics, then comes physics. So diploma based level is not very difficult. Don't start preparing to the JEE level or some high level of questions which will be asked is pretty simple and we have provided you the questions along with this content. This content is available in that WhatsApp group. So these are the topics, friends, which you can do, right? This is a physics. So 11th 12th class topics, then chemistry, then comes industrial management, and my today's lecture is Principle of Management by Fayol, Administration, Organizations and Management. Right, so this is the topic which I am going to do today. So this entire basic of industrial management will be covered in 4 lectures. First is about general management, definition of the management, function of management, then F.W. Taylor, scientific management, then Henry Fayol, general principle of general management and administration, and then last is level of managerial skills and all. So management is basically divided into 2 manners. One is general management, another is scientific management. Understand the meaning of these two. So this general management and scientific management, these are the 2 topics basically under management which we normally talk about. The general management, when we say general management, it comes out to be general managerial principle like communication, coordination and all these things, planning and all. Scientific management means when you are working somewhere, scientifically you are to do your work. Your work should be measured and standard method should be created to do any particular work. There should be a standard way to do a work which brings more efficiency and productivity. So management can be general management, scientific management. General management, Henry Fayol, Henry Fayol, he is the Fayol principles are there, and scientific management, F.W. Taylor. F.W. Taylor is known as father of scientific management. That is a topic we are going to do. So there are more topics under management. Then industrial engineering, work study and motion, time study, work measurement, all these topics, statistical quality control. Then computer science, fundamentals of computer science, these are the topics. So YourPedia is going to provide you all the content for all these topics. Now today, as I told you, we are going to discuss Henry Fayol's 14 principle of management. So you can stop your screen here and read all these 14 principle of management. Yeah, so Fayol's 14 principle of management. Read this. Names are important. Unity of command, unity of direction, subordination of individual interest to general interest, remuneration of employees, degree of centralization, scalar chain, order, equity. So these are 40 principle of management, general management. If you understand the meaning of these 14, you've understood this theory of the Fayol. So what these 14 things are, that is what we have to understand. So if you say what is management, management is nothing but, the very first lecture talks about this. Management means planning, organizing, leading, controlling and organization. See, this is the definition of the management. So management is all about planning, organizing, controlling, those kind of things. That is the general management principles. And various resources are there: human resource, financial resource, there's a material resource. All these resources are to be properly managed to achieve the end goal in efficient way. So you have to coordinate the activities, you have to direct people to accomplish the task, and within particular time you have to accomplish those tasks. That is how it is done. Key components of management are these: planning, organizing, directing and controlling. Planning means you have to anything you want to do, you need to plan it. There should be a planning in order before you execute your action. Organizing means resources. What resources? Man, material, machine, all these are money. So these are the resources. M stands for manpower, human resource. M stands for machine, infrastructure. Material, raw material, and then money, capital resource. So these resources are to be organized. Directing, leading, directing, guiding, overseeing, that means you have to direct the work of the people. And then controlling, that means take follow-up actions, monitoring, right? So these are the principles of management. So you have to plan an action, arrange the resources, then coordinate the work, lead, direct the work, how people are doing, and then controlling this. This is the management. Definition of the management given by different people, like Mary Parker Follett. She said, art of getting things done through people. Getting things done by the people is called management. Definition by Follett. Henry Fayol said, it is the process of planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, controlling. So Fayol said this is management. Peter Drucker is defined as management as distinct purposeful organ of business that makes people productive through systematic practices. So now you have to understand, you have to revise definitions like that only. Exam mein question will come, who gave this definition of management, right? So management is multi-purpose. You have to manage business, managers, work, you have to manage different things, you have to achieve the objective, you have to foster innovation. So basically it is a practice, not a science or art. It is focused on result, so achieving the objective. So modern management is like planning, organizing, leading, controlling human, financial, technical resource efficiently, effectively. So this is the modern day definition of management. So productivity and output should be there within the resources which are available. Who is known as father of management? Peter Drucker give this definition. Who is known as father of scientific management? F.W. Taylor, right? So nowadays the organizations manage their businesses, business management, that Peter Drucker gave the definition of that. So read these couple of lines effectively. Peter Drucker, whatever he said. So you have to take care of the social responsibility, you have to foster the innovation, at the same time you have to achieve the objective. Level of management. Yes, the top level, which is called strategic management, middle level tactical, and operational, low level managers. So the top level manager, general manager and all, they are talking about the strategical important things for the organization. Then middle management, tactical level, then lower operational level. Nature of the management can be universal, that means applicable to all these domains, and interdisciplinary, that means different departments, different organizations, they are working in that direction. Functions of the management. What are the various functions? Remember this: planning is one of the very important function, where you set the goal, what you want to achieve, objective is to be fixed. Organizing the resources, you have to organize all the resources as I told you. Staffing, you have to hire people, train people, what we call HR. Directing, you have to direct the people, you have to observe their work, you have to see whether they are working or not. Controlling, you have to see that they work properly or not. So directing and leading means you have to even motivate them so that they achieve the objective. You have to communicate with them, resolve their conflict, provide them leadership. Controlling means you have to ensure that the output is obtained. So these are main function of management: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. So Gulick and Urvik, they gave POSDCORB as acronym, 7 functions of management or manager. So what were those 7 functions? Planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, reporting, budgeting. POSDCORB. Planning. So what are the methods required? What is to be done? What is the objective? That. Organizing. Define the roles, responsibilities, formal authorities, how it is to be done. Staffing, recruiting, selecting. Directing, delegating the work, give the order. Coordinating, so interlinking various departments. Reporting, budgeting. So that all is these functions. Now what are the various principles of management? Now we come to Henry Fayol's 14 principles. So what is management? What is the definition of management? What are the functions of management? So what are the various terms in that? POSDCORB, who gave POSDCORB, what is the meaning of each term in that, and what are the 14 principles of general management by Fayol. So exam question will come, which of the following is not the principles. So you have got two theories here: FW scientific management theory and Henry Fayol's general management theory. FW Taylor also I discussed with you 14 principles and 4 main principles. Scientific study, not rule of thumb, something like that. Coordination, not harmony, not discord, something like that. So similarly, that was scientific management, this is general management, right? So you should have functional specialization. I mean, employees should have discipline, there should be cohesive leadership, there should be structure, clarity. So what are those 14 principles? These are: division of work, division of labor was talked in scientific management also. So divide the work among people so that it becomes more productive, efficient, with speed you get it. Authority and responsibility. So managers need authority, but it comes with the responsibility. So give responsibility and authority to managers. Divide the work, give particular task to individual, give responsibility and authority. There should be discipline, unity of command, that you should have only one boss. There should be only one superior from whom you are receiving the order, not multiple. So there should be unity of command. Unity of direction. So everyone in the team should have one particular objective to fulfill, one direction. So team with the same objective. Unity of direction, unity of command. Remember these terms. So exam question comes, what is unity of direction, what is unity of command? One boss, unity of command. One objective, unity of direction. So your interest should be subordinate to organizational interest. Remuneration. So obviously motivate employee, you have to give them fair pay and reward. Centralization, decentralization. So decision making, top management and staff. So whether you want to centralize it or decentralize it. So everything you want to keep at the center, I mean at the top, or decentralize it. That depends upon the, you have to make the balance. Scalar chain, line or authority from top to bottom. Scalar chain means communication should be very clear from top to bottom. Scalar chain. It should be very clear who is going to report to whom, who is going to tell whom what, that. Order. So resource and people should be in right place at the right time. Equity, you have to treat everyone with fairness. Stability of tenure, so turnover should be less, there should be job security. Initiative, right? So you have to encourage employees to execute, take the initiative. Esprit de corps, what is the meaning of that? To make the workplace harmonious, you have to promote the team spirit. Esprit de corps means, like, in any particular project, the members of the project should all be motivated. Like think of cricket team, 11 members, they should all be motivated to win the match. Similarly, team spirit should be there. right? Unity should be there. These are 14 principle and the meaning of that. Just revise that. Positively question is gonna come from here. So workplace, for if you want to give the output at the workplace, this should be there. Henry Fayol is known as father of modern management theory. F.W. Taylor is known as father of scientific management theory. Journal theory, it is at all level of management it can be used. It's the journal theory of management. So now detailed explanation of each. Division of labor. Segregate the work. To increase the quality, you have to divide the work. It increases the efficiency, speed, productivity, everything. Authority and responsibility. Give the responsibility to people, give the authority, but at the same time give responsibility also. Discipline. Without discipline, nothing can be achieved. Unity of command. You should have one boss only. Unity of direction. Same objective. So everyone in the company should work for the common objective. Your interests are secondary. Company's interest first. Remuneration. Remuneration can be monetary, non-monetary also. Hierarchy and division of labor, there should be basically a balance. Whether you want to keep the power at one particular place or you want to delegate it further. So hierarchy should also be maintained, but at the same time division of power should also be there. Scalar chain. So the hierarchy should be from top to lowest level. Every employee knows his immediate senior and they should be scalar chain. That means chain of hierarchy should be clear. Work culture should be good. Positive atmosphere. Order means work culture should be good. Work order, well defined work order. Then only up to productivity will come. Equity. Everybody is to be treated equally and respectfully. Stability. Right? So job security to employees. Employees should take initiative. Trust and mutual understanding must be developed in the workers. So these are the 14 general management theories, general principle of the management. So the characteristic of the management principles, whatever we did, they are universally applied to the organizations. They are the general guidelines and largely based upon experiment and experience. Right, this is how it is. Now 5 functions of the management given by Fayol, is known as father of modern management. So he gave 5 principles. It is called POSDCORB model: planning, command, control, organize, coordinate. These are the 5 functions. What is planning? Well defined goal, objective is to be set. You have to plan. Organize, necessary resources. So planning is related to objective, clear goal, define clear goal. It is related to managing the resources, organizing the resource. It is basically guiding and directing the employees. Coordinating means synchronizing all departments. That is called coordinating. Controlling. Then, as you know friends, at the end we do lot of questions. So the moment you do these questions, you will be confident about whatever you studied. So this was the first lecture where we talked about what is the management, how you define management, how different scholars define management. So Peter Drucker, what he said, Follett, what they said, how the management was defined, what is the meaning of management. And then after management there is a journal principle of management, there is a scientific principle of management. Journal principle of management, 14 principle by Fayol, and scientific management by F.W. Taylor. That is the next lecture you will do, and one more lecture will be like overall explanation of the terms of the management. So this is what is the first chapter of your management, industrial management. So pretty simple friends, it is not difficult. So if you understood my lecture, 20 minutes may you have 25 minutes may you understood this, and then you have to do questions this particular concept, and then practice the test series from the very beginning. That is the best way to revise for industry promotion officer exam. Thank you.